Going to the YouTube. Nope, not up yet. I feel like there's still about, okay, only about a 20-second delay there. That's not too bad. Share, copy, and get it out to the sliders. Where are the sliders? They're there. Paste and post. Okay. The sliders have it. And now get it out to the Facebookers. What's on your mind? Another new episode of the Old-Timey Slideshow is starting now on YouTube. And paste and post, okay. And now let's switch over to, where am I? There we go. Anybody in yet? The Rajman is in. Alan Allenstein. Hot dang. Two of my favorite people. All right, where am I? Here we go. Sorry, give me 1 second. Let me just get this out to the rest of the folks. Show is starting. Join us. And paste, oops, and post. Okay, there we go. All righty. Yes, hi there, good to see you. Look at that crazy hair. Welcome, good to see you, welcome. Let me just say this. I just literally minutes ago watched the one-shot special of The Punisher, One Last Kill. Oh, it's good stuff. Very good, very good. You're here for the film, Raj. Bad day. I told you no films this week. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, Punisher, John Barenthal, who co-wrote this one. It was, oh man, they had some good killing in there. Yeah, so big fan. It's on the Disney, is where the Punisher is showing, part of the Marvel universe. And also, if you haven't seen the Daredevils, all good, very good. Barenthal he's excellent, yes. And it's a great role for him. Like it's the perfect piece of casting ever. Of the many Punishers I've seen, and I think all of them in the theater, yes, I believe that's correct. Thomas Jane was pretty good. I forget who the other one was. It was. He was also one of the guys in Thor. I'm forgetting his name. He's a big dude. He was okay also. Dolph Lundgren was the first of the Punishers in 1990. Oh, I know exactly. It was 1991. No, sorry, 1990, I think. Because I'm fairly certain that I'm one of very few people that saw that in the theater in Amsterdam. That's right. I was in Amsterdam when The Punisher was in the theater and I went and saw it. That's what happens sometimes. Yeah, it was Dolph Lundgren and Nancy Everhard, who I then ended up working with on The Untouchables, and I told her that story. And she was like, "Wow, you're one of very few people who got to see that in the theater." So yeah, of all those Punishers, I think Barenthal's definitely the guy closest to, I think, the character. I have to say this also. He could have been a good Wolverine. I'm gonna just throw that out there. Hugh Jackman is great, but he's too tall if you're going by the comic books. All right, enough. My nerd is showing. Hi, good to see you. It's Thursday, and it's actually technically for me the start of the weekend right this second because we're traveling to see somebody tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. So we'll be on the road shows for the weekend, and there'll be good stuff. I have to go pick out some random stuff from the back there, but we'll have some on the road shows and adventures. Should be good. So yeah, no film tonight, as I just mentioned. Sorry, Raj. We do have some good Hepperle. That's our pal Richard Wolfgang Hepperle, the maitre d' in and around the famous hotels here in Los Angeles. And of course, sorry, Christy, it's Thursday, which means it's also the Robert R. Redfield airplane collection. So that is what's happening there. And we've got about 10 of those and 30 of the Hepperles. And I think it's time. Let's get to it, shall we? Right. Hi. Good to see you. And you. Welcome to the Old-Timey Slideshow, brought to you by OPS Other People's Slides. I am still and always your host, Judd, right here in the secret LA bunker. It's way too late out these days. That's kind of annoying. Another reason why we're not doing films. Can't see him. Anyway, here currently solo. Jake's still working as usual. And with that and some Ellen Stein music here, hopefully. Where's it? Come on now. And there it is. Feature. Okay. Yeah, with that, let's start the show. Just when you were thinking there's much more we should be drinking comes the master of disaster with a bunch of slides. Who's? Other people's slides. Really? Yeah. Other people's slides. Oh my indeed. Here we go. Turn the beat around. It's time for. Oh wow, we're all sorts of crooked here. What the heck happened? All right, that's a little better. OPS Live on the YouTube. Wait, there we go. Yep, perfect. All right. Yes, and of course we have the Robert R. Redfield airplane collection, and we have the Richard Wolfgang Hepperle collection. So, with that, my friends, here we go. Starting out in the 70s, question mark, 70s. This one I'm going to need some flags, I think, on the play here. It's going to be the Freizeitpark Mini Dome. Actually, I think that was pretty close. Freizeitpark Mini Dome. Hanlon Alt. I don't know what that means. This is actually the sign outside of this very cool mini park, which is all these amazing, cool miniature sculptures. Like, in theory, if you didn't see that lady's head, you wouldn't know that this is just a little tiny, model. I mean, it's not so tiny, obviously, but it is, in fact, a model. We've seen parts of this before. Yeah, this is a continuation of their trip there. I don't want to give away the whole, kit and caboodle at once, Alan. Come on. So we see that part is this mini Versailles. I actually think that is supposed to be Versailles. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Here are, I think that's Mrs. Hepperle and I'm gonna guess a pal. I think Mrs. Hepperle's in the glasses. And we have, yeah, oh yeah, we've seen it a few times in different collections. It was quite the attraction back in the day, and I think even still today. Yeah, so I think again that's Mrs. Hepperle in the glasses, and I'm not sure who that lady is, her pal there. 70s for these guys. This is actually a very cool big mini church. Look at the size of this monstrosity. 10 minutes tardy, you are indeed, my friend. That's all right. You're always welcome anytime. Yeah, so that is impressive in its small yet big size. It's got to be. Let's see. She's probably 5'5", so let's call that probably 15 feet tall at the spire. It's pretty damn impressive. Um, that's the big mini church. Here is now we're out in the real world in big size, unless these people have shrunk. Here is the Concordia Domi Foris Pax, which I couldn't tell you what that means. I'm sure somebody could figure that out for us. Um, I'm pretty sure it's Latin. Maybe Jake would know if she were here. Domi Foris Pax. Yeah, well, someday someone will figure that one out. Next up is going way back machine, 1961, for Mother Hepperle and the kids at the lake. There they are. Look, looks like he just ate a lemon. That's a great face. And then yeah, there's Mrs. Hepperle in the water, getting the boat ready. I can't decide if he's eating an apple or what exactly. She's sniffing her orange. That's kind of funny. Mom and the kids at the lake. Here is 1973 shot of the fam, and then some. I think you've got Richard there on the right, and then I think it's the daughter, the son, probably grandmother in the blue, another daughter, and then mother, and then the other daughter in front. Yeah, 1973, the whole gang. That's there. That's 73. Here's 1973 again. Mrs. Hepperle in the car. There she is. It looks like an Oldsmobile or a Buick or something. Not exactly sure. There it is. There we go. Yeah, nice four-door sedan. Got a little bit bump on the edge there. A little damage, not too bad. Now here is Mrs. and one of the kids. There they are. At first of all, great hair on the girl. What is going on with that thing? She's got to have that pulled over something, right? Like that's not just all hair out like that. That's crazy. Anyway, I believe we're in Disneyland, if you can imagine. And here's how I figured that out. Nope, that's not where I thought. Never mind. That may or may not be Disneyland. Yeah, here's the fam at a, I don't know what this is, some kind of shelter. Same group there, 1973-ish. And then here is the first of, sorry, Christy, first of your airplanes coming in. And there we are. It's a Mexicana. First of all, I kind of love this plane. Look at this cool air intakes for the jets. That's pretty wild. Yes, this Mexicana is a Mexicana Comet in LAX, as a matter of fact. How about that? And yeah, the Mexicana Comet. That's in 1969, that one. Here, 1981 is a Northwest DC-10 in or out of JFK. So that's a pretty good shot. Again, 1981 for that. Then we go to Hong Kong, all the way over to Hong Kong, and here is the Nepalese 757. I guess we'll have to take his word for it. I don't think I could read that, but it's a cool plane in Hong Kong. Here, that's 88, by the way, and 1981 coming up here. It's a Nigeria DC-10. That's cool. Nigeria Airways. Who knew? Yeah, I like the twin. Hello, Janet. Good to see you, my friend. The center jet, I guess, in the back tail there. That's kind of cool. All right, moving on. That's the DC-10. Nigeria. Here's National Airlines. There you go with the big sun. National that's 727 out of LAX again. There you go. Looking spiffy. Never, I don't think I've ever seen the National Airlines and their logo like this. That's kind of cool. I don't think National still exists. I can't imagine, right? I don't think I've ever heard of them. That's 1969 for this one. Next up, going back even further, 1960. Here's Mom and the Kids. A Hepperle story. One time, Norman Cousins was going to speak at the Wilshire, I think. He had forgotten his tie. The manager burst out of Mr. Hepperle's office, and part 2 coming next. Oh, very exciting. Yeah, Mom and the Kids here in 1960. 1960. There we go. Just found out that YouTube limits the comment length. Well, there you go. Nothing like finding out in the moment, huh? That's very funny. Yeah, so that's Mom and the Kids on the beach. Here are just the kids in front of the house. I love his little blue wagon. That thing is super cool. And look at the older brother with the super sweet Schwinn, I assume. Right. That is the kids in the yard. Here's some of the kids in the stream. Yeah, there they are. That's a great shot. Kids in the stream there. Oh, here we go. And Richard whipped off his tie, handed over, and instantly Norman took the stage without delay, because Herr Hepperling saved the day. Indeed. Yeah, he was good like that, I believe. All right, so that's the kids in the stream, or the lake, or the whatever, I'm not sure. And here is the kids literally hanging out in this tree. That's a cute bunch of kids. Let's see, that is the kids. And I think we've got, there we go, the hula hoop gal. The little gal with the hula hoop. See now, where is that one? There she is. Okay, I'm way down. All right, I couldn't find the thread here. All right, there's your hula hoop gal. Here's the kids. This is 1963, as is this one. Schmutz, by the way, fingerprint Schmutz for Janet right here. Pretty sure. Yeah, cute kid. Next up is Richard, the man himself, and he's in one of the kids. Oh no, that's the tent kids. Wait, what happened? Kids in the tent. There it is. Hula hoop and then kids in the tent. Got it. All right, I'm back. Sorry. Here is one of the kids' names is Mark, evidently, because here is Mr. Mark and his frog. I think that's a frog. Yeah, it's a toad. Mr. Mark is giving Toad his wild ride. Let's see. So that's the kid with the frog named Mark. Here's the kids in front of a bunch of cool cars. Look at that. Look at the fins on this beast. That is massive. And this is no slouch either. I can't remember what that one's called. That might be the Galaxy. Maybe. I can't remember. Yeah. There you go. Let me zoom in just a touch. Yeah, the cars are crazy. So crazy. All right, it's the kids in front of the coolest cars. Here's Oh, this is actually really cool. This is 1979 now. And here is some big shipping yard, sea dash land. And hmm, hmm. All right. Yeah, super cool shipping containers. Um, and then here's a great shot of the Port of Anchorage sign. That is excellent. Well representing there. Um, yep, thank you. I know. Working on it. All right. So Port of Anchorage, we're getting close. I promise. I just lost my track. There we go. Great Port of Anchorage. 1979 for that. All right, now back to the airplanes. Sorry, Kirsty. Here's 1987. The Mexicana 727 in Denver. Ooh, excuse me, in Denver. Allenstein. There you go. Um, Mexicana. Here's a Northwest 727 coming into LAX. I like that color scheme. It's very Christy. Um, all right, Mexicana. There's Northwest. Next up, we've got New York Air, which I don't think I'd ever heard of. 1987. This one is from 1986, by the way. Here we go. 1987 New York Air. Yeah, New York Air. Here we go. There it is. The New York Air. Look at that. That's kind of cool. Good scheme. Oh, and you see what they did there? They love the Big Apple. Uh-huh. Just saying. Um, mhm. All right, that is New York Air 737-300 in Denver. Next up, Nord Air 737. That's cool. Good scheme on that one too. Nord Air in PIE, which I don't know where that is. Philadelphia International, maybe. I don't know. No, because Philly's the next one. This is 84. The next one, 1968. There you go. Another one of the national fleet. This is a 75. Sorry, a 5727. Right. So that is what is that one? National. Yep, perfect. In Philadelphia, by the way. And then here, 1959 is a shot of mom and the kids. Looking lovely. I mean, she looks like a child herself. That's amazing. 4 kids. That is crazy. Um, yeah. So there's the kids. Now you're asleep. Sorry. Um, that is mom and the kids. Yep, there we go. And then here's this cutie. Look at that. That's a great shot on the little tricycle. Good shot there. And here's Richard with one of the kids. There he is. And that little dude. Oh, he's carrying his dad. Oh, good for him. It's young Superman. Um, here's 1950s. Here's this cutie and his train. I think it's that same kid. But I love his little what me shoulders. I didn't do nothing. Sorry, let me just put that in there. Yes. Oh, bless it. Okay, sorry. I'm just trying to make a couple corrections as we go. All right, there we go. I love this little dude with his shoulders trying to touch his ears and his cool choo-choo train. He's having a good day. Um, Hmm. Um, yeah, this is the kids under the table, and look at the littlest girl. Looks like she's about to bite into that seat, which is fine. Good for her. That is. This leads to this cute kid playing either hide and seek or he's definitely on the run from the law. Um, kid. Hmm. Um, yeah, it's a good shot for that little dude. Here is. Yes, here we go. Great shot of the kids on the car. Um, yeah, this is just a quintessential great 50s kind of shot. Unfortunately, it is a little tiny bit out of focus, but it's still a great shot. So there you go. And then with those two and what we went over under the table. No, wait, sorry, kids in the car. We did the kids under the table. There you go. I'm almost there. Um, yeah, here's Reader for Christie coming. Here we go. There you go, Reader for Christie. Um, it is, yeah. This is that perfect era. So there's the mom reading, and then here is one of the kids at the guard shack, looking sassy with her doing the pose with the gam out. um, did that say Ontario? Huh, interesting. Uh, all right, so that's that kid at the guard stand, and here you go. Finally, one last one of our pal Richard, just relaxing in the backyard, having a smoke. Is that a pipe piece? No, I think it's just maybe a regular cig. Anyway, um, yeah, there he is, and there you have it. I will give you one interstitial with a fine sunset. This one from Jackson Hole Junction. Ooh, hmm, that's a very relaxing sunset. All right, and I think that's going to do it for us. I think that'll jump us right to, indeed, the final slide, which is the Kodak Carousel Projector Production. This has been yet another, I should say, Kodak Carousel Projector Production. Yes, post birthday sunset from Mike Bauer. Thank you. Directed by Judd, sort of okay, and co-starring you fine folks. Um, and then that's going to do it for us tonight. We will be back tomorrow. We might be able to do regular slide time. We're going to be on East Coast, I think, timing. We'll see. I'll keep you posted as I know. And hopefully, we'll get to see you again tomorrow. Should be fun. Until then, my friends, stay safe and stay healthy. And good night.